What's up, guys? It's a beautiful day today, so I thought I would get out of the house and make the most of it. I've come down to Listerfield to have a bit of a walk around. There's normally some wild kangaroos and wallabies floating around, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Yesterday I told you guys the story of how I accidentally got a job at a fruit packing factory in my younger years. And I thought I'd share another story of an interesting job I worked on my quest to get a job in retail, and that was door-to-door sales. I was essentially tricked into becoming a door-to-door salesperson. So how was I tricked? I had applied for a position where on the ad it had mentioned that they had a bunch of retail stores, and it was at a telecommunications company, so I assumed I was going to be working at a store selling mobile phones and phone plans. And I went to the interview, and at the interview, the person interviewing me kept mentioning all the different retail stores that they had. I was pretty nervous, so I wasn't asking a lot of questions. I was just trying to impress the lady, and I assumed I was applying for a job at the store. The interview went well. I ended up getting a call to come in for a second round interview that came with a day's worth of unpaid training. Now, to get the job, I was more than happy to go and train for a day unpaid. So I go in there and go to the same place that I had been interviewed at, which I think it was in Kew from memory. And I was told, along with another guy, that we had to go with these two guys who worked for the company, and they were going to take us for training. So we get in their car and we start heading towards Rowville, which is quite a drive away. And about halfway through the trip, one of the guys starts telling us what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing it. And he starts telling us that we're going to be selling internet plans door to door. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Something ain't right. I'm not trying to be a door-to-door salesman. I'm trying to work in a shop. And he says, yes, it's true. We do have retail stores, but the position that we want you for is door-to-door sales person. If you do well, you might end up in one of the retail stores. And I'm frank with him and I say, look, I'm not really interested in being a door-to-door salesperson. And so he says, well, we can drop you off at a train station if you like, but we're not turning around. And at this point, I was in too deep. It would have been too much of a hassle to get a train back there. There wasn't a train station near where my car was parked at their office. So it would have been train, figuring out the bus line. It just would have been a whole headache of a day. So I decided to just go along with the day of being a door-to-door salesperson. And what made it even worse was the internet plan that we were trying to sell was a dodgy plan. It was a dodgy rate. So I essentially just walked around with them all day, and then they drove me back to my car later that night and offered me a full-time position, which I declined because I wasn't interested, and I didn't want to sell a dodgy product either. So that was the story of how I ended up as a door-to-door salesperson by accident. This time of the day, if you want to see kangaroos, normally you have to go into the shady areas here. There we have it, folks. The wild Australian kangaroo with its joey. I think I just offended it. Maybe at this age it's not a joey. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a joey. Young kangaroo. I'll be politically correct. So we're being a little bit fancy tonight. We're cooking a bruschetta gnocchi, and I'm making the sauce from scratch. So let's see how we go. That was smooth in my head, but so clunky. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in anyway. messing dinner up tonight. I accidentally burned the bruschetta and I let the gnocchi overcook because I was getting distracted with filming and some other stuff, and I'm trying to hand cook the gnocchi now to crisp it up a little bit. I don't know if that'll save it. I mean, you know what, I've got more gnocchi. I bought spare. I'm gonna cook it again. This is ruined. It's not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. The bruschetta gives it a really nice salty flavor. Got a little bit of goat's cheese on top. It's pretty simple, and I still somehow managed to mess it up. But yeah, it's nice. I don't know if I would cook it again, but it's not bad. It's like maybe a 5 out of 10. Enjoy. Not for you, birdie.